Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
X, my brother.
No, don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing his ground.
Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I think I misspoke. Shout out to my boy G. But before I get into that, man, make sure you guys go to Silent Hero Films, man, and check out the films that I am the president of. I produced. I can't get fired, unlike some other people. But y'all read this with me. Shout out to my boy G, because I misread this, man. And like I said, we're a community, man. I thank you guys for y'all help with this. But let's read this together. Let me make this screen bigger. And by the way, y'all see my sweater. Tomorrow, 58 years to the date the Nation of Islam murdered Malcolm X, February 21st, 1965. And we're going to go full screen with this. And let's read this together. Stephen Espinoza will continue in his role as president of sports. Moving over to CBS Sports, reporting to David Burson, president of CBS Sports. So what is he, the regular champion? He got the regular belt if he's moving over to CBS as president of sports and he has to report to a president of CBS Sports, is he the president? No, he's not. He is still attached. Maybe he was last to get hired, so he got hired a long time ago, so maybe he has his buyout is a little too expensive right now for them, or his severance package is a little bit too high, or he has inroads with great relationships over on the sports section as it pertains to the content that they create, like boxing, Bellator, the shoulder programming that they do. I think that may be it. But Stephen Espinoza is powerless. I'm going to read this to you again. Stephen Espinoza will continue as his role as president of sports. So that means he will keep the title as president of sports. Moving over to CBS Sports, reporting to David Burson, president of CBS Sports. See, they get you in the language, and that's how they do it. They get you caught up in the mixed bag, and so Stephen Espinoza is no longer the president. He is simply an employee. How this impacts boxing, we will find out the end of 2023, because the numbers on boxing are dismal. You know what I mean? I mean, they are like literally pathetic. Y'all fighters better start asking questions. Y'all fighters better stand up to Stephen Espinoza and Al Heyman, because the first, I'm gonna say this. If you are a PBC fighter and you stand up to a YouTube channel or a reporter and don't stand up to Al Heyman and Stephen Espinoza and ask these questions, I consider you a coward. Like me, love me, or hate me, I think your heart is like pumping sugar water. You know what I mean? Because what do predatory people do? Prey on low. You consider me, you consider us low hanging fruit. You consider us beneath you. But when it's for your credibility, your credit, your freedom, your pay, your livelihood, your last name, you sit with your hands folded like an Indian style. I'm going to read this again because this time next year, all these YouTube channels, all these media members, all these people tweeting is going to have to kiss my ass. They won't do nothing. They're going to pretend like, oh, they call you. See, the people who critiquing me don't own nothing. I'm willing to bet they don't own a house. They don't own their car. Yes, Link? No, you not. You got to dribble. We just got home. We doing minute for minute. Well, later. Got to work on that left hand, so I bought him a ball he could dribble in the house. Let's read this together. Stephen will continue in his role as president of sports, moving over to CBS Sports, reporting to David Burson, president of CBS Sports. So he's a JV champion. He's a WBA regular like Tank Davis. Maybe that's why they have a relationship. See, I'm having fun with y'all. I'm gonna do a 2-year victory lap. And once this stuff is official, when Deontay Wilder goes over to a new network, when Tank Davis announces his fight before Deontay Wilder and Earls, before they even fought once this year, and y'all still gonna be protecting them like cowards because y'all afraid to speak up, because you believe if you speak up for truth, you're gonna ruin your relationship. Oh, I want Earl Spence to like me. I want Deontay Wilder to like me. I want Tank Davis to like me. You pussy. You pussy. They will respect you more if you told them the truth. Trust me. I know them. So y'all go ahead protecting Stephen Espinoza. I've never seen none of y'all get interviews with Stephen Espinoza. So but y'all go ahead and keep doing what you're doing. Fred is gonna stay on his Tell the Truth Island. And I appreciate you, G, for correcting me. I'm gonna take that last video down. So if you don't see it, it's because I misread it. And I want Stephen Espinoza to tell me what's his role as president of sports when he has to report to a president of sports. So does that make you an employee? You're not the boss? You're not in charge? Or maybe you never was. So I guess y'all should have been listening to me and taking my advice the whole time. Y'all were literally listening to little Steven, the employee, the whole time, when you should have been listening to the boss, Frederick Hawthorne. But because I don't have a white man's logo on my polo, y'all don't respect me, but y'all supposed to be pro-black. How come none of these pro-black motherfuckers ain't going at Stephen Espinoza for not giving Deontay Wilder the money he wants? Or Earl Spence? Gary Russell. That's why I said pro-black is dead. Love your family. Love your last name. Barbershop conversations, man. 58 years ago, the Nation of Islam murdered Malcolm X. And man, he's forever loved, man. Oh, man. You know what I mean? So y'all go ahead and have a great day. And teach your kids about Malcolm X, man. Even if you don't agree with him politically, you should understand him socially, how he grew socially and became a pillar of a man. You know what I mean? It's a great story. Barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I wonder if Stephen Espinoza is still the president. Oh, yeah, I'm the president. What decisions do you make? Why are you reporting to if you're the president of sports? Hey, Marcos Villegas, here's a question for you. Stephen, if you're the president of sports, why are you reporting to a president of sports? And let him talk. And then ask the questions, because you use that answer as a point of reference. Because he's going to tell you his job titles, what he does, and then get into the ratings and what's the forecast of the future of Showtime, because their budgets are terrible. Y'all saw the fights 2 weeks ago. It didn't even make the Nielsen ratings. They make cut boxing, y'all. They make cut boxing, and y'all gonna be like, oh, all the pro-blacks, all the people that are calling Fred a liar. Malcolm X says, I stand for truth no matter who tells it. I'm on my return from Mecca phase, man. You know what I mean? I was once blinded by race. I was blinded by race. No more. But socially, I was like on the internet, but not in real life. It's weird because I guess the internet does it to you. You know what I mean? But no longer, because in real life, I'm like, stand for truth. I don't give a fuck what color you are. You know what I mean? And you're either right or you're wrong. You know what I mean? And naturally, you support the people that look like you, and more importantly, who have the same attributes as you. So if you hang around basketball players, you're gonna support basketball players, right? You hang around lawyers, you're gonna support lawyers. You know what I mean? Dre's a doctor, you support doctors. Anyways, man, barbershop conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Who's gonna challenge Al Heyman and Stephen Espinoza from the PBC ranks? Who's gonna say Al Heyman's name? Who's gonna say Stephen Espinoza's name? I'm gonna sit back and watch, man, from Tell the Truth Island. I'm gone, man. And make sure you guys go watch this film. 9 Wives.
It's what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many